Mother gives birth to twins and notices that one of them looks strange. When a mother gives birth to twins, she sees that one of them has an unusual appearance. In the Brazilian municipality of Balneário Camboriú, mother reported that her older son expressed desire in having twins. According to medical officials, the twin girls Liz and Beatrice were attached to separate placentas and are not identical, which made for a wonderful scene. The twin sisters' pair's due date was not yet published, but the siblings have known each other since they were in the womb. Their hug, which was said to be the first fuse this year out there with, moved many individuals in the delivery room. According to their agreement, Liz said to Beatrice. On February 18th, mother Luana posted a snapshot of the moment on her Instagram page, which quickly went viral after it was posted. Bruna Costa, a birthing photographer, was in charge of capturing the photo, and when they look back on this event in the future, it will be quite beautiful. Costa remarked, in addition to the twins, Luana and Augusto are the parents of 3 older children. They planned to have their 4th kid this year, but it came a little earlier than expected, and it was a tremendous surprise because it was a set of twins. Luana expressed her joy, saying that the pair has always desired a large family and that they've been blessed with 5 children. Luana's eldest son predicted the twins' arrival when she was in her first trimester of pregnancy, saying that her oldest child had a dream a few days ago. She was taken aback when she saw those 2 babies on that small screen before she found out she was pregnant with twins, which led to her discovery, and she couldn't believe what she was hearing, she said, despite the fact that the infants were produced at the same time. There were no problems. At this time, the mother and the babies are in good health, but the mother noticed that one of her twins was acting abnormally and couldn't take a bath. Breathing normally, when she informed the doctor and attempted to move the baby from the room to be checked, they discovered that her twin was refusing to let her go. It was later discovered that the healthy twin has been holding the sick one simply to relax her, and that this had been ineffective in bringing her heart rate back to normal. Twin births are estimated to account for 2 to 3% of all births. According to a study titled Twin Pregnancy and Prenatal Outcomes Data from Birth in Brazil, there are a lot of twins in the world. Furthermore, twin births have a negative impact on prenatal health indicators because they are linked to a higher risk of perinatal mortality, which is especially common during periods of high preterm birth rates. Early newborn mortality among twins is 7 times higher in low and middle-income countries than in high-income ones. Late preterm twins in particular are particularly vulnerable. The risk of jaundice and respiratory issues is higher in second-born infants than in any other preterm twins. Twins are more likely than other early-term babies to require oxygen therapy and be admitted to the newborn critical care unit. Another incident occurred when premature kids hugged to save their twin brother's life after he was placed in his incubator as a very preterm child. Going to die was a huge step forward. According to the doctors, Hannah Samunia believes her son Dylan saved his brother Daniel's life by simply cuddling him after the twins were reunited in the hospital after their separation. The babies, who were born 15 weeks prematurely in Wexstrom, were transferred 60 miles or 96 kilometers to a newborn unit in Bolin after being rushed there. Dylan made remarkable progress after being rushed there and was transferred to workshop, while Denoyle continued to suffer. Hannah, 28, went into premature labor when she was 25 weeks pregnant in October 2018, and despite the best efforts of specialists at Wrexham Mayor Hospital to avoid the birth, the twins were born 2 days later. Hannah is now a mother of 3 children. Dylan was 2 pounds, but Denoyle was only 1 pound 9 ounces, making him the tiniest of the group. They were rushed to the Royal Bolin Hospital, which was the closest facility that catered to extremely premature babies and had 2 incubators available, where they were put on ventilators to assist them to breathe until they could be transferred with the twins. They were expecting the boys to be born early because they were twins, but they didn't think anyone anticipated or could predict that. Meanwhile, Dylan's condition improved and he was returning to Wrexham Mailer, but Denoyle remained in Bolton, requiring 100 oxygen for survival and showing no indications of improvement. Dylan was summoned back to the hospital to say his final farewell. Denoyle's condition had stabilized and his oxygen support had been reduced to half of what it had been. It wasn't until she called later that night to inquire about Denoyle's condition that she was informed that his condition had stabilized and his oxygen support had been reduced to half. It was absolutely fantastic that Dylan, by simply being present, was able to assist Denoyle in some way and make him feel better. It was completely unexpected, as were the nurses who were present with a snuggle. She'll be able to save a life because Dylan's oxygen support had been reduced by half. When he began to deteriorate again the next day, the nurses recommended that he be brought back for another snuggle. The next day, Dailydose was completely removed from his ventilator after only 2 days in the hospital. It was nothing short of a miracle that with a cuddle, he saved his life. We all enjoyed watching it because it demonstrated that they should never have been apart. Dylan stayed in Bolton with Dailydose for another 2 months before returning home in April. Dailydose returned to his hometown with his brother and will continue to require reduced levels of oxygen around the clock until his lungs are strong enough. With a large celebration that included their older brother JJ 8 and sisters Lily 6 and Thandie 3, the couple's daughter Hannah expressed her joy that both of their sons had experienced their first birthdays. There was a moment where they weren't sure whether or not both of them would get the chance, she added, and they were extremely grateful to everyone at both the Wrexham Mailer and Royal Bolton hospitals, according to the family. The family in the United Kingdom hospitals practice the practice of putting twins in incubators together in an attempt to improve their condition, but there is no solid proof that this is beneficial, according to the family. Preterm twins should be placed in the same bed. Background premature twins are at a higher risk of suffering growth and developmental issues, according to 6 studies. Putting twins in the same crib or incubator has been suggested as a strategy to help them because it stimulates the environment they shared before birth, when twins have been shown to support each other through a variety of activities. When observed activities called co-regulation by the American Academy of Pediatrics are permitted to continue after birth, it is thought that these activities will contribute to the stimulation of growth and brain development. The chance of caregiver error or infection is one of the dangers of putting twins in the same incubator or crib. 6 studies were found in this review, all of which were tiny and had methodological flaws. All 6 trials were conducted at a neonatal. More research on this area is needed, so thank you for watching.